What up, y'all? What's going on? This is Big Dave chilling with you on Open Gym Sports and Culture. As you can see, I am with the fellas and we're hanging out talking about our top 10 list of greatest players in the NBA of all time. Since that top 75 list came out, it definitely spawned us and inspired us to want to put this out. So I'm gonna go around, guys, and get who was on your list of top 10 all time. Terrance, sir, I'm coming to you first. Who is on your top 10 list? And I'm sure it is full of Lakers.
I don't know why you would think something like that. I see right that person I just put starting off. And by the way, this is in no particular order. This is not a ranking or a rating. This is just, my top 10, and it's really a top 10 favorite. All right. So I'm gonna go with Hakeem the Dream, baby. The Dream Shake. That's one of the things I remember growing up. Love seeing a big player, a big man, just basically dominate the paint like that. Those 2 years Jordan took off, he snatched it from the Knicks. And you know what I mean? Like Hakeem, great player, I always remember. KG, Kevin Garnett, the kid, the big ticket. He was he's another dude just brought that crazy, aggressiveness, like his intensity. He played the game. He could, shoot it from the outside. His defense was crazy. Honestly, one of the best players. It's a shame he only got, I think, one ring in his career. KG, an all-time great. My original favorite player of all time, Magic Johnson. Bruh, you could pull up a reel of Magic Johnson passes right now. Magic Johnson is the coldest passer of all time. Like Allen Iverson, what he did for the crossover, Magic Johnson did for passing. Like this man, like I don't have to explain it. Like nobody has ever done it like him. LaMelo Ball is the closest thing anybody has done to that. And that's like what, 30, 40 years later? Okay, like, Magic speaks for itself. 5 rings. LeBron, okay, you know what I mean? A living legend, current, some people will say current GOAT. All right. I mean, LeBron resume speaks for itself. This guy changed the game. From a player movement standpoint, you know what I mean? Like LeBron's impact be felt throughout this game for a lifetime. The chase down block on Iguodala, one of my favorite plays I ever seen. Tim Duncan, he was the nemesis to my Lakers, during the Kobe Shaq years. But he's an all-time great. He got 5 rings, you know what I mean? Big fundamental, okay? And matter of fact, he looked just like my cousin Tony, so I couldn't leave.
What up, Tony?
Huh?
I said, what up, Tony?
Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Tony. Steph Curry. All right. I gotta give Steph Curry his credit. You know what I mean? My man, the greatest shooter of all time, as Stephen A. Smith would say. Look, it's undeniable, bro. Like every 10, 15 years, there seems to be a player whose primary weapon is the 3, and he takes it to a level where he's like a top player in the game, and Steph Curry is this generation's this generation's version of Reggie Miller, and this dude just he shoot it at a level that we really never seen before. So shout out to Steph Curry. Allen Iverson, my God, man, the cultural impact, man. This brother was the people's champion. You know what I mean? Think about how many people whose favorite player was AI. Okay, think about all the iconic moments. You know what I mean? The practice rant, the taking Jordan's ankles, stepping over Tyronn Lue. You know what I mean? Showing up to the Rookie of the Year award ceremony with the big chains and the sweatsuits and all of that. Man, Iverson, he's an icon of the culture. He's an icon of the league, and honestly, he don't get enough credit. All right. Getting into my top 3 here, even though I said this is not a ranking, but still, this would be my top 3. I'm going to go Michael Jordan, MJ. I was never an MJ fan, because I was a Lakers fan, and he beat the Lakers to win his first championship, so I was not messing with him, but he won me over with the flu game. Some people might say it was the drunk game, but the flu game, as we all know it, he won me over with the flu game. I had to respect it. My number 2, even though this is not a ranking, my number 2 favorite player all time, Shaq. Okay, I love Shaq, bro. Like Shaq, this again, he had the charisma, and the game was dominant on offense, on defense. You know what I mean? Like Shaq. And by the way, people sleep on Shaq's handles. Shaq can handle it too. You know what I mean? You can pull up some video with Shaq doing some between the legs, a little crossover, and Shaq can get a bucket. And of course, even though this is not a ranking, my number 1 favorite player, the greatest player for my team during my life as a fan, Kobe Bean Bryant. He was the Michael Jordan to the generation that came after Michael Jordan. Okay. You know what I mean? Kobe, he had a great career as a player. And then in his post-playing career, he seemed to have like a whole nother type of impact on just, you know, where players could take it to another level in terms of, you know, advocating for things, for women's rights and you know, ironically, and
you won an Oscar.
My man's won an Oscar. I mean, like, you know, and when Kobe's death hit, you know what I mean? It took us all. So there could not be a list of greatest NBA players without my man Kobe. That's my top 10 players of all time. What y'all got?
I mean, I feel like this is an easy thing, an easy task. I just said the first names that come to my head, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jeffrey, check. The most winningest player ever, Bill Russell, check. Scoring champ, 6-time NBA champion, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, check. Mr. 100 games and 10,000 women off court, Wilt Chamberlain, check. The little light-skinned dude who came in and said, I'm just going to shoot threes and change the way the games is playing on the kindergarten level, Steph Curry, check. Kobe Bean Bryant, check. Hakeem Olajuwon, the dream shape, the person who was drafted before Jordan and nobody says anything about it, check. Shaquille O'Neal, check. I don't even got to say nothing. Magic Johnson, Terrance just said a whole bunch about him, so we're going to move on. This one hurt my soul, but Tim Duncan.
No way. That's insane. I'm bouncing off the wall.
Never gets this excited.
I can't contain myself. I just knocked over a plant celebrating.
Incredible.
And then I forgot, you know, is LeBron James and Kevin Durant that I wanted on the list, but they didn't come to my mind first. So I capped off at Tim, born as hell. I'm gonna grow my hair out at 40. Duncan.
All right. Rob, sir, please give us your top 10 list of greatest NBA players of all time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got the top 10. Agree with me, disagree with me, I don't give a fuck. Let me run through it. Will the Steal, you know what I mean? Wilt Chamberlain, one of the greatest ever, man. Mr. Rebound, Mr. Everything, Mr. 100 points in a game. Holla at your boy. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 6 rings, beat everybody, ruined careers. You figure, deal me? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest ever, man. One of the greatest scorers in the paint. The skyhook, man, talk for itself. Magic Johnson, man, he can do it all. He can score, he can defend, and he can definitely pass. You figure, deal me? And the most unstoppable force in the early 2000s, man, Shaquille O'Neal, man, that guy, man, that dude needs to be praised a lot more. You figure, deal me? Big fundamental, Tim Duncan. Shout out to him. His game is boring, but he always out there, man. He always out there getting it done. And I know I want to know what you guys think after I'm done with the list, but Iceman Gervin, I had to put him in my top 10. You figure, deal me? Because of him, San Antonio is still in San Antonio. The Spurs are still in San Antonio because of him. You know what I'm saying? He built that franchise, basically. Moses Malone, another Philly great. You know what I'm saying? Won the title with the Sixers, man. That guy was unstoppable back in the 80s, man. Oscar Robertson, the first Mr. Triple-Double. You figure, deal me? He paved the way for people like Westbrook, for people like LeBron, man. He was doing it all on the court. And I can't leave out of the top 10, man. Bird, man. You figure, deal me? Larry Bird, man. That dude, oh my God, man. Insane, man. If it wasn't for that back injury, man, who knows? But, man, that guy could do it all as well, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he did it against Jordan. He did it in a really tough competition in the late 80s and early 90s. So that's my top 10.
My top 10. I mean, obviously, you can't have any list without Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He's number one. That's just what it is. Like you call him, he's the dream shatterer. Shout out to Big Pun. It's what he does, all right? He shatters dreams, period. 6-0, undefeated. Nobody else is doing that. Like, whatever. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, probably the greatest winner. He was winning from high school to incredidible career. LeBron James, definitely. The dude is special. He's absolutely incredible. Did it from the beginning to still doing it. It's incredible watching him play. Bill Russell, the athleticism, the defense, and did it as a player coach who won a title. The dude is special. 11 rings, 13 years. Magic Johnson, I mean, just credited with bringing back the NBA in the 80s, 5 rings, you know what I'm saying? The many MVPs, Showtime Lakers. It's incredible. Larry Bird, the other person credited with bringing back the NBA in the 80s. Back-to-back MVPs. Like, that is insane. The dude is all kinds of special, man. Larry Bird is a special player. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life. And I don't even think that's an argument. And if people are arguing that with you, you might want to just walk away. Hakeem Olajuwon is my second favorite player of all time. The first basketball player I ever seen that had no weaknesses. You know what I mean? He had none, zero, zilch, nothing. It was nothing he could not do on the court outside of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But Olajuwon could do nothing wrong on the court. And the other person who I saw who had no weaknesses, Tim Duncan. It was nothing he could not do. The dude was just completely special from beginning to end. I know people call his game boring. I love watching him play. That dude on the post, Scottie Pippen and him with that bank shot was just always beautiful to watch. He was amazing. And much respect to Kobe Bryant, because I wish I could have tied this list, honestly, because Kobe would have been on there too, man. But much respect to him as well. But that's my 10.
It's a good list. Except for
Appreciate
Curry,
you, bro.
but that's a good list.
Can't debate the shoot, dude. Like that, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
He all right. Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. Plus the 73 wins is crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
And he lost.
Unanimous MVP.
And he lost.
the
Without
only
a doubt.
MVP in
All
the
that
history of
swimming in
league.
the ocean to drown at shore.
You know
I
what
don't
mean?
know about that. That's a little suspect.
You know what I mean?
He's top
I mean,
75, but to me, he's like 74. Like,
No, bro, that dude's what, 3 rings?
hate. Put the
Unanimous
picture up.
MVP.
Hate.
Ugh,
So wait a minute.
74, bro.
it's unstoppable, man.
So yo, let's go. Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Bob Cousy. That's
This is Open Gym Sports and Culture.